I'm going to be talking to this guy named Jamie Bolding. He's 27 years old, started this company in 2014 from scratch, and now he's one of the biggest social video publishers in the world. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Oh, sorry, just had to take a few calls. I'm Alex Regier, co-founder of Story Hunter. This is The Rough Cut. We are here in East London, the Whitechapel neighborhood, and we're going to be talking to the founder of Jungle Creations. Let's go check him out, see what he has to say. So the original Jungle Creation. Thanks for joining.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I like the name. How'd you come up with that?
So I guess there's a couple of different stories on on how it came about. It was really just kind of speaking to my friends about what I was trying to build. You know, I wanted to build a company that, you know, I'd already had VT, used to be called Viral Threads. That was kind of, the Facebook page was up, the website was up, but I wanted to build a holding company that could enable us to build other media brands and also, you know, be more of a marketing business. So I was chatting to my friends about what I was trying to build and cool names, and I think one of my friends just mentioned Jungle, and we're going to avoid Jungle Productions or Jungle Group, and I was like, I want to make it a bit cooler than that. You know,
viral videos, lots of viruses.
And then, came up with Creations on the side, so just matched up the two Jungle Creations.
Yes, dope.
Yeah.
It's like Amazon.
Yeah, well, yeah. I haven't really thought of that, but no, it is appropriate, you know, like the social media is the jungle, you know,
yeah.
It's the Wild West, and it's certainly was 4 years ago, it still kind of is today.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people out there competing in the space, and we want to be out there, you know, kind of dominating that jungle. So.
Yeah, constantly changing. That's the rough cut. That's like constantly changing, constantly all the parts moving.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, if you didn't adapt over the years, and we'd be pretty screwed.
Yeah.
You know, a lot's changed in the last 4.5 years since we started.
Yeah. So maybe start with telling people a bit about, you know, how you've what you're doing now. You have, what is it, 5 billion monthly views?
Yeah, roughly, give or take, you know, it changes. So, Jungle Creations, we have 6 media brands that live under that umbrella, and each of those focus on different areas. So we've got VT on news and entertainment, we've got Twisted, which is our food and drink, and we've got other channels in fitness, parenting, female first, travel. So those 6 media brands, they all focus on social media, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all focus primarily on video content. They have websites for each of our media brands, but our main focus is video content on social. And, you know, as you said just before, over our entire network, we're getting anywhere between 3 and 5 billion views every single month.
That's one of the biggest social video outlets out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we are the biggest on Facebook in terms of views, but we're trying to build our YouTube and Instagram presence to make sure we're the biggest across social media as a whole. Yeah, but it's not all about views. You know, views are obviously an important part of what we do. It's reaching as many people as possible. But you know, there's other focuses, and the main one really for us is engagement. And the reason why it's engagement is because we are trying to build communities with our media brands. You know, we have built communities, and to build communities, it's not about just kind of getting the clicks and getting the views. It's about consistently creating content that your audience want to engage with, they enjoy, and they want to come back to. So that's what we focus on, the engagements. Yeah,
that's cool. That's like, it's one of the reasons why your kind of story is so kind of inspiring. Is like you just started producing, publishing, started figuring out that whole how you do that, and then you've built, you know, organically, took no funding, no investment, built organically, and now you're moving into all these different parts of the jungle.
It's certainly expanding. Yeah, so, you know, 4.5 years ago, literally just started with Viral Thread, which is now called VT, and that was just a generic news and entertainment website and Facebook page. You know, primarily UGC content, building the audience, and then building and writing engaging and share-worthy articles that would be shared across social. And you know, as you said, like our primary business model was being a publisher. You know, driving traffic from social to site and driving revenue through display advertising, and that was kind of it. But as the market changed, you know, the social site, the social platforms didn't really want many people leaving the platform. They were more concerned about keeping people on the platform. So we adapted as a result.
So that was your business model, was basically social media driving views to your website. That was the original
driving traffic. So we would I guess either create or curate videos on Viral Thread to build the audience and to build the community, and then we'd write articles on viralthread.com, and we'd use the audience on Facebook to drive people back to our site, and that's where we'd make money. But that's the only way we made money.
And then you evolved into the ad. Now they have ads on Facebook. You also do that.
Yeah. So our biggest shift was really trying to stop focus on driving people to site and actually just building the community more on social to be one of the biggest communities, and then in that way we could then kind of approach brands and say, we've got these millions of followers, we're getting X amount of millions of views, you should work with us to for us to create the content for these brands and distribute it to our followers. So that move from being a publisher and driving traffic to site, we then moved to focus on branded content on social.
And that can be just as like viral almost sometimes.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, video content is what everyone enjoys the most. It's the best user experience, and if you integrate the right brands and you do good content with these brands, then you know you can achieve incredible results. And that's the reason why we're always we've been able to win business and grow as, you know, a challenger business, is because our offering is, you know, millions of views on good content for brands, and that is something that brands don't get, and they don't get it easily, and they don't get it that cheaply. So we were offering something that other companies want.
Give like an example of like one kind of campaign that was really worked.
Sure. I mean, there's plenty. I'll use one of the last week just because it's fresh in my head. But we did a campaign with Monopoly last week.
That's broken up families for generations to generations.
And so Monopoly is obviously a great game, and people love it. And we had the concept of creating Monopoly in real life and what it would look like if it was actually real life. So we filmed it in a prison, and we had the idea of, you know, obviously on one corner, when you play Monopoly, of course, and you get stuck in the prison, and you have to roll your dice to get out, and you can sometimes get stuck in there. So we created a real life version of the prison on Monopoly, with the family actually being part of it as experiencing being locked up in jail.
And trying to stay there for your 3 turns.
No, they're trying to get out.
They're trying to get out. There's different strategies.
There is. But these guys are pretty keen to get out. And that did amazingly well. Got about 2.5 million views, 30,000 shares, I think like 8,000 comments. But you know, this is a piece of content that people wanted to engage with. And yes, it was a branded piece of content, and yes, we were paid for it. But it didn't change the fact that our audience loved it still. And that is great for our audience, that's great for, you know, us as a business, and it's great for our client.
And it sounds like fun to produce too.
Well, definitely I'll show you after this.
Definitely. But you didn't necessarily start in like this production background. You started. Tell us about
my business journeys. So I mean, we discussed this briefly, but I was I was attracted to business from the age of about 13. Well, probably even before 13, I was saying I did car boot sales when I was a kid, and that kind of
Monopoly. You were playing Monopoly.
Monopoly's probably what started it. Obsession for cash. Started doing car boot sales as a kid, and then around the age of 13, I discovered eBay and Amazon. Maybe it was just eBay at that time, maybe Amazon came a bit later, but that was just this crazy place where you could make money. So
you would be flipping stuff or finding
I started just selling all my Christmas presents, which my mom was thrilled about. Everything I got, I was like, but I can earn cash for this if I just sell it online, you know, £10, I get a check in the door a week later. So that was like, blew my mind. So I started selling my own stuff, and then I was like, right, what else can I sell? And then I started looking at wholesaling and buying stuff in bulk. and then selling them individually. So I did that for a whole bunch of products. And then I was kind of, even at that time there was a premium you could buy stuff on eBay for cheaper than sell on Amazon for more expensive. So I was finding margin there, which was not a huge margin obviously, but because of the infancy of both platforms, I think eBay was a lot more popular. Amazon was a bit more premium at that time, I think. So that might have been something to do with the prices. But so I was doing that, and then that kind of grew, and I started working on affiliate marketing. I started working on selling ebooks. In
high school.
Yeah, this is when I was.
Most people were doing baseball cards.
Yeah, not me. So that's how I started when I was 13, and I peaked when I was about 17, and 17 was when I was doing affiliate marketing, and I was earning good cash, doing affiliate marketing, driving people to actually buy ebooks, and then at 17 I went to college, and then I kind of stopped because.
For the studying, right?
Well, yeah, the studying and other stuff. But yeah, it kind of stopped. And then when I went to university, I went backpacking as well for a year. And then I went to university when I was 19 in Manchester. And it's to study business. Mm-hmm. But I knew I never, education I've always thought was a bit more fast. But I was wanting to go to university for the experience. Anyway, when I was there, I was like, right, I need to get back into business. So, tried joining the Entrepreneurs Society.
And that was when? What period?
That was in 2010.
Okay.
When I was about 19.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I graduated in 2013. So maybe 2009. Yeah, late 2009. So then when I was at university, I was studying business, and that's when I was like, right, I need to build my businesses. So I built my first website, which was a ridiculous name called smashuni.com, which is had a smash uni, it's like a term.
A smash what?
Smash uni, so uni, obviously, it's uni, and smash is to do it well, I smashed it,
Oh, okay.
So if you smash uni, you're doing it well. So it was kind of a what's on guide, it was a discount card, and obviously the mission for me then was to get people in Manchester to go to this website. So I was doing flyering, I was doing lanyards, I was doing some social media stuff, and when I was doing the social media stuff, I met a guy.
So it's almost merchandising.
No, it was selling gift cards, but it was more I was trying to get people to site. Yeah. To actually see what's on and see if I could buy tickets. I could earn then money from them buying tickets. So it was kind of like affiliate stuff again. I could direct people to ticket sites, and I'd get a revenue card. So not huge money, but yeah, the mission was to kind of build a platform for students in Manchester. And then when I was doing social media marketing and kind of trying to do some events to kind of create conversation on social around the website, that's when I kind of met another guy who was building another student website, and we met up and we got talking, and then this was near the end of my second year now, and then at the end of my second year I decided to stop my business and start working on his business. So we started that. It was a thing called Woolpark, and it was basically a Gumtree for students. And then my third year of university, I was supposed to be studying and getting my 2-1, which was my aim. I didn't go to uni at all. Did my work, I turned up for exams, I did my essays, but I didn't go to lectures in third year. I was just focused on the business, and we were just doing marketing. Our job was to get people to go to this site. So
that was Viral Thread, yeah?
No, that was Woolpark.
Okay.
So Woolpark was the business that a friend of mine started that I joined.
You were making money at this point?
No, it wasn't making money.
Okay.
No, there'd been some investment into the business, and I was getting paid a bit of a salary on the side, but not really much money. So then, we were doing these marketing campaigns across campus, trying to get people to the site, and then we started exploring social media marketing more. And Steve, the guy I was doing it with, then met a guy called Dom, and he came down to Manchester, did some work together, and we all started building these social media pages. And we used those social media pages to drive traffic to this woolpark.com site.
In Manchester, is this something, because that's where Unilab and Lad Bible, they all started there. Is this is this a tech?
Maybe, but I don't know, it wasn't a techie place.
It's just a moment
it was a moment
on the zeitgeist of the
it was a moment in
digital marketing. Because these are the biggest, Unilab, Lad Bible, and you guys are if you look at the tubular charts of the most viewed Facebook pages, you guys are just covering that whole thing.
And the guy that I started, that guy I was working on Woolpark with, he then went off to start a business called Social Chain, which have an arm called Media Chain. So they went off and did that. And if you take the four of us, we are the four kind of biggest social media businesses in the UK, I guess.
Oh, so those guys were the people you kind of were
So yeah,
Okay.
Social Chain guys
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
guys that I was working with in Manchester.
Oh, okay.
So I went off and they were very big on Twitter at that stage. So they
Hmm.
were kind of obsessed. Dom's main page, first viral Twitter page was problems at uni, or uni problems, or student problems, whatever it was.
There's a lot of problems in Manchester University. What's going on here?
Always problems.
Where's the dean?
And they were obsessed with Twitter, and they were like, they focused more on Twitter, so they went off and built that social media marketing agency, Social Chain. And then I was like, I don't know,
Yeah,
I
Social Chain.
think Facebook's the future. So I kind of access to all these Facebook pages that we'd all built, and then I used that to start ViralThread. And then that was in 2014. Yeah, I mean, in between that, when I graduated university in 2013, I kind of stopped for a bit. I was trying to figure out what I should do. I went to work for a drinks business for about 3 weeks. Again, that was marketing. They were kind of getting me out there, taking these cans into stores and trying to sell them like door to door. And I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I quit that after 3 weeks, and I was like, right, I'm never going to work for someone else again. I'm going to build a business. And had a couple of little things that I was trying at the time. I got a £10,000 loan from Startup Loans, which is a nice government scheme in the UK. So I could actually afford to live and not work and use this money to invest in businesses. And then I started ViralThread. ViralThread took about a few months in 2014 to get going, but yeah, started picking up pace, and fairly quickly, in a year after I started, it became one of the most viewed Facebook pages. We were getting huge.
How does that? It was just you writing, or you?
Yeah, it was just me writing and curating videos.
But you're not. And how did you just, after all this experience working in the digital marketing hustle, you just kind of understood what people are.
I can write. I went to Manchester Uni. I could write essays. I'm not a great writer, but I know how to string a piece of content together.
Yeah.
And social, building this pages. I used social as I was growing up. We were on MySpace, Bebo, Facebook, and everyone loves viral videos. So
what's the secret? The secret is the audience. What is the secret?
The secret was just fucking try and put out as much as you can and see what sticks, because there was weird algorithms on Facebook at that stage. Some stuff would just flop, and I think it was when I was building social media pages back in 2013. It was either 2013 or 14. I can't remember. I should probably check this. Is when videos started happening on Facebook, because they used to actually just drive it back to YouTube, and they're like, no, we're going to build our own player. So that's when they build their own page. So I used to build my Facebook pages with just pictures, just funny pictures, just memes, and that was it. And then they did the video thing, and then that was what helped us grow as a business, because the algorithm, whenever Facebook introduces a new feature, they push it, and that's the same.
2005
it was a case back in the day. It was still the case now. They launch a new product, they push it. So usually, if Facebook change something, you do it.
So you just keep going on the next bit.
Well, yeah, the video came in, right, okay, let's stop doing pictures, let's go into videos. So we started curating videos, we're getting permission from influencers or content creators to distribute their content. We would tag them back so they would get followers, and then we get followers as well because we were hosting the content. So and then a couple of videos just went viral. One video would go viral, and because of the algorithm, then if something went viral, it would push it so forcefully to on like completely on a much larger scale. Our page was growing massively off the back of just one video. So that happened in about late 2014.
Yeah, and then so then you take it, so then you have the audience. Yeah, and then you've expanded. What next step is original content? Yeah, so original video.
So 2014, there's myself. I made my first hire late 2014. So there's two of us. There's two of us for a few more months. 2015, then we get an office and we get 5 people. We get
Manchester still, or you moved to London?
So I moved in 2013. As soon as I graduated Manchester, I moved to London straight away.
Okay.
So moved to London. This is all in London, all in Shoreditch, just up the road. So we've stayed around here for the last 4.5 years. Building that team and focusing on viralthread.com. ViralThread is a Facebook page, and then we were like, right, there's other opportunities now. So we were looking around at trends, and Instagram was blowing up, food online was blowing up. So we were like, right, we need to build an original food channel, and that involves creating original content. So I spoke to a friend of mine who loved cooking, and he didn't actually do video. editing or production before, and I was like, here's a GoPro, go to your kitchen, start making some recipe videos, because they're blowing up online and we need to kind of get in on that. And I can show you some of the videos that he did back in the day, but they were not great. And that is when Twisted was born. So Twisted was our second media brand, and it took us a long time to get it right. And, as we were experimenting, trying to get it right, there was other companies, that kind of rode that food wave and kind of did amazingly as a result. But because we were bootstrapped, it took us a long time to refine the process, get the right quality. What you see now when you go on Twisted is super high quality, and it's incredible content, but it took us a while to get to that stage. That was a completely new model for us. We were building a media brand which had no ROI whatsoever. We weren't getting revenue on Facebook. We weren't driving traffic to the website. We were investing in that as a media brand, so that then we could go to clients and say, right, integrate your products with our videos, and that's big bucks. So it was the first time we were actually not making money with something. We were investing in original content, investing in the community, and it really paid dividends. Because it was original content, we could control it. We could get better results because of that control, and we could build a much more invested and engaged community and a much higher quality brand as a result. That when we went to clients and said, work with Twisted, we get millions of views, we have an engaged community and the branding is good, then obviously they were, okay, absolutely, let's do it.
So then the next stage was really sponsored content.
Yes, we locked in a deal with Oreo. Oreo was our first branded partner on Twisted, and that was a huge success story.
So now you have how many employees?
So now we have 140 and
140
in London,
4 offices.
Yeah, London, New York, LA, and Toronto.
All right.
That was a great example of seeing original content do well. So then kind of when we started building more media brands, we always tried to focus on more original content, sound from the crowd. And that's exactly what you're seeing now on all platforms, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Original content is the focus.
Original content.
We built our business off the back of UGC, but UGC is a thing of the past, especially as a media company. We stepped away from UGC a couple of years ago now.
You're doing documentaries now?
Yeah, we did documentaries through Story Hunter,
which
was fantastic, and great experience. Our first documentary got 14 million views. About Slab City. Slab City in the States.
We showed that at the Screen Ups. I think in LA, we have these events all over. I think we
showed the full 40 minutes?
I think we showed a cut down version.
Okay.
We showed like a 7-minute version.
Nice.
Cut down with the filmmaker.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So original content is huge focus for us across all of our media brands. Obviously, we have different types of content, whether that be from recipe videos to hack videos to interviews to fitness videos. But for VT, we're trying to create documentaries.
And how do you deal with all the changes, the algorithms changes, and all of that, or shift or people's apprehension to Facebook? Higher apprehension to Facebook.
It's a funny one, right? Like the algorithm changes were so extreme back in the day. We would make kind of tens of thousands of pounds one month. It was just a couple of people, and we'd log on the next day. The algorithm would change, and next month we made $1,000. We've dealt with serious algorithm changes, and the algorithm changes right now that we see are a lot more we can handle them a lot easier because first of all we've got the resources to. And secondly, they're less extreme. And we have a great relationship with Facebook, so we're informed of kind of what's coming and what they want. And at the end of the day, Facebook want to do what's best for their users, and we want to do what's best for the users. So when Facebook made an announcement where they want to invest more in original content, or they want to favour original content in the newsfeed, it's great for us. We want to do more original content. We want to do more long form content. So as long as the algorithm is helping us in that mission, then that's absolutely fine. And there's always going to be this apprehension towards Facebook, towards social, towards platforms, but it's not gonna change. Like social media is not gonna go away. And I know that for sure. They might move to different platforms, but social media will not go away. So we will always be a business that operates on social media. And the way I look at it is the shift from bricks and mortar back in the 90s or when it was to the internet. And everyone would have thought, oh, Hans, you're relying on the internet. What's this thing called the internet? And the internet's changing. The internet's how are people using it, and no one has connection to the internet. The internet changed massively over the years, and people thought you needed brick and mortar to have a a genuine audience, and then you obviously switch to internet. And everyone's like, oh, you need a website, you need your own website, and then I feel like the next iteration of that is into social, and you either operate on social, you either know how to do social really well, or you become a social platform down the line. And I think for us, we want to be a business that just focuses on doing social well, just monitoring social, monitoring the audience on social, knowing how to, first of all, build communities on social, and then how to engage those communities, and then how to help our clients interact with the audiences that we built
and monetize them. Talk about the other ways that you're the e-commerce and all these other types of new ways that people may have tried throughout the years, but how to monetize that.
Well, there's a few things to say on that. I mean, firstly, how we monetize right now is, well, three ways, not how we... Our core ways of monetization are three areas. One is still programmatic or display ads on site, so that's just traffic to site and then display ads. The second is monetized videos, so that's on Facebook and YouTube. Now we get a rev share of the money the advertising they earn, which is great. And the third is branded content, and that's our bread and butter.
And that makes how much of your...
branded content's about 60%, and programmatic and social video views are about 40%. But that is of our core. We have other forms of revenue in our subsidiaries.
So you've created different subsidiaries that sell products.
So essentially, what we have at Jungle, we have our core business, which is media and marketing. We're a media and marketing business. So the media side is the media revenue that you get is programmatic on social video views. That's what you get as a media business. You're getting rewarded for the content that you create. And then the marketing side is our branded content piece, because we had to have a kind of internal creative agency to best work with our clients, to make sure they're utilising our audience in the best way, or utilising our skills. So we can go to brands and say, we think you should create this content, and we think you should distribute to this audience, or we can just say, we're going to create this content, but you should distribute it on your own audience, on your own social platforms. So that marketing arm is just figuring out how we can best work with our brands and deliver them the best results. Clients, brands and clients, but to drive the best results for our clients. So that's our core business as a media and marketing company. But then we thought, with all these expertise in marketing business, knowing how to reach millions of people, having hundreds of millions of people at our fingertips because they are part of our communities, they follow our media brands already. We just thought there's such a big opportunity there. There's so much opportunity to utilise that, and one is to branch out the brands we've already built. So with Twisted, we did a delivery restaurant, which is one of the best performing restaurants in this area because of the brand that we built online. We've done a Twisted bar pop-up, which again is utilising our Twisted brand and therefore driving huge footfall to a bar. We built a Twisted cookbook. We want to go down the line and build Twisted sauces and
the whole. It's almost like the whole influencer strategy.
You build a community, and then you can have so many ways to monetize that by merchandising, etc. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build communities with our media brands, and that's one way we're monetizing through our subsidiaries. Another way, the second way, is really kind of direct to consumer stuff. So primarily e-commerce, and that DC stuff can happen with our media brands, or utilising the media brands that we already have, or it can just utilise our expertise of knowing how to build a new brand. Let's say take a product, for example. If we were to take a product that we have, let's use a real life example. We created a brand called lovemalls.com. Lovemalls.com is where you can get, you take a picture of your cat or your dog, you send it in to us. We have artists, you hand draw it, and then you get that image printed onto socks, onto t-shirts, jumpers.
You got no,
not right now. But the reason why we built that is because we saw the demand for it, through our audience, the way they're engaging with our content, and we produce a lot of animal content on VT Aardvark, which is our animal arm of VT. We saw there'd be a demand for it. So then we utilised our skills of building a brand, building a community around lovemalls.com, and then marketing the hell out of it and driving people to the site. So instead of taking our assets as a media brand, we took our assets as our expertise, because our assets or our expertise on social is something that sets us apart from the crowd, because social is still very new to people and they don't know how to utilise it in the best way. We do. So then we went off and we built lovemalls.com, we built this brand, we built this community, and we utilised our content creation skills. and our advertising skills to utilize social media to drive conversions from social to site and get people to buy the product.
Yeah.
And that is going to do huge. Well, it's right now it's doing incredibly well for us because it's coming up to Black Friday, it's coming to Christmas, so it's the best time of the year for it.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Yeah, we also have BlueCrate.com, which is a subsidiary of ours, which focuses on novelty products, which again is a big thing on social. Just funny products between $5 and $30. And so this is another way that we're monetizing not only our audience but also our expertise as marketers on social.
And so you have so many. There's a lot to think about here, right? How do you how do you stay focused? How do you deal with all of the kind of the ups and downs and how do you stay focused?
Yeah. Well, the important part of the focus thing is that I made the mistake thinking that when we built the restaurant we could do it all ourselves, hire the team and do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't turn out that way. We structured differently now, and we have a kind of a company that help us on the operations front. And what it taught me is that we need to focus on our core expertise, which is media and marketing. Mm-hmm. We always focus on media marketing, regardless of the subsidiaries that we get involved in, or the subsidiaries that we build. Our focus will always be media and marketing, and we will find other experts in the field that we're going into, on the operations side or on the distribution side, etc. Stuff that we don't want to do and we can't do, and we're not good at, we don't want to be that good at, we can partner with people. So we partner with them through our subsidiaries. So again, our focus will always be media and marketing. And that is our focus.
Yeah, it's almost like affiliate partnership almost.
So that's how we stay focused. And obviously there's a lot of stuff going on, but we're a growing business and we're going to be a lot bigger down the line, and there's always going to be lots of stuff going on, but what we do have is a great team, and we break stuff up very well and separate the responsibility so everyone's aware of what they are focused on the business and how their job and their team's work feeds into the greater goal and greater mission of the business. Yeah.
And how do you deal with all this? Now you're in a short span of time.
Yeah, it's funny, looking back, and I kind of looked at this while it was happening as well. You could put it on a graph of my kind of emotional kind of state as an entrepreneur, and it would go, ups and downs that were huge. And then over time, the highs would get lower, and the lows would get more shallow.
Yeah.
And then gradually it would level out. Of course, you still have your highs and lows. Start like this. And over the last 4 years, it's just kind of steadied out a bit. You don't get that high on the big highs, but you don't get that low when you get those lows because you've experienced all of it before.
Yeah.
You've got to appreciate the highs, but that there's a low, and there's going to be a low.
There's another day. That you have
there's going to be a low.
Problems of
course. It's business. There's no business in the world, regardless of how good it looks on the outside, is not going through issues. Or has troubles or bad news, or that's just life. That's just business, isn't it? It's always been the same when I've been doing business since I was 13 years old. Obviously, in a much smaller sense, just me on the laptop trying to make cash by selling stuff online. But especially in the industry that we operate in, social media, things change. Yeah. So you're gonna have your highs, and then you're also gonna have your lows. And over time, I've just learned to deal with it.
Yeah. How do you see the market kind of changing? It sounds like a lot of stuff that you're saying almost sounds like when I talk to people who are in social ad agencies.
Yeah.
They're starting, but they're going the other way. They were social ad agencies taking over social accounts and doing the digital, and then they're starting publishing. So they're spinning off publishers.
Yeah.
And do you see them as more competition, or the people like the other social publishers as the BuzzFeeds of the world, the Unit?
Competition.
Lad Bibles of the world.
Funny word, because everyone's a competitor in the social space. Is it the platforms? Is it other media publishers? Is it direct consumer brands? Is it the very brands that we work with? The clients we work with. You should never really get too bogged down with competition, especially when it's really not that black and white. And it's no different for us. We want to stay focused on what we're doing. We're trying to do something fairly unique. And other companies might be doing it who started as a publisher, who started as an ad agency, and they might be trying to enter our market. But we have a huge advantage over the fact that we've been around for many years, and we've built these media brands up, and it's taken us a long time to do so. And that creates an advantage that we can capitalise on moving forward. Where do I see things developing. There's, you kind of see it everywhere. Like the whole kind of all these different companies that specialize in certain things are all just coming together now, and ultimately, like, there's just going to be a few one-stop shops left. There used to be a creative agency, a media agency, a publisher, whatever, a PR agency. Suddenly, those are all now coming together.
Yeah.
And all of these services are now kind of coming under one roof, and that's why I talk about us as a media and marketing business. I want to be a media company first and build out our media brands, because that will always be our biggest asset. But we want to focus on the marketing side and really make sure we're on the cutting edge of marketing, both online and off, so that we can, I guess, handle that competition that comes over the years.
Yeah. You ever thought about taking investment with a larger agency or something?
Well, you never know. Like, we've been bootstrapped at this point. Investment would be nice. We've never had a nice wad of cash sitting in the bank. That would be a cool thing, just for peace of mind, really. But no, yeah, maybe investment down the line.
Cool. So do you have any kind of what do you have to say for all the storytellers, story hunters of the world?
Yeah.
Finding great stories. What are your kind of last words for story hunters? People in the media industry, freelance filmmakers, production companies globally, all over the world, and people who hire and produce.
Yeah. Well, the good news is for everyone watching. One of the good news I believe is that, going back to that old classic term, content is king. The good news for everyone is that is completely true, more true now than it ever has been, because platforms all are focusing on the same goal right now. You look at Facebook with Facebook Watch, Instagram with IGTV, Snapchat with originals, YouTube with YouTube Red or Premium, or whatever they do on the original programming side. Every single platform is focusing on longer form, high quality original content. Yeah. Every single one. So what does that say about the industry? It just shows a very clear path of where it's going to go. Platforms have control, which, of course, platforms have some control. Users ultimately have most control. Yeah. They can all try and go into long form publishing, long form content, and higher quality publishing. But is that what the audience is going to be receptive to? Who knows? So I think the good thing is the platforms now over the next few years are going to be investing and encouraging algorithmically longer form high quality content, which means there's going to be a much more demand for it from the publisher side. So there'll be plenty of work for content creators over the next few years. What will be interesting to see is how the users react to it, and how the users react to all this long form content going out. There's going to be a lot of investment into long form content over the next few years. It's not all going to get watched.
Long form's the future.
Yeah, but it's not all going to get watched. There's going to be a lot of flops. There's going to be a lot of. There'll be some success stories, but there'll be a lot of maybe what's the opposite of success story? Yeah. Just shit shows, basically. Just people investing a lot in these shows and not watching them. That's going to happen. So that's going to be interesting to see, who wins and who loses. And the people that do win and are the ones that can understand their audience the best, and that know how to create content in a modern context, in a world that's changing in a way that consumption habits are completely different. They're not going to look like traditional TV programs. They're going to be differently structured, and they're going to look different. And it's an exciting time. It's a positive time because long form content is that's going to be the dominant force over the next 3 years. What happens after that, who knows?
Gotta listen to the users.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen to the sounds of the jungle.
Yeah. 100%.
Alright, well.
Cheers, man. Thanks so much for having me.
See you later. Subscribe. Follow us, YouTube, Instagram. Thank you. Till next time.